I'd like to share a little bit about what's happening with regards to my own experience and some aspects of the collective that are affecting everyone. What I'm going to say has no script. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to come out, and it may look like a story. It may look like some teaching. It may look like sharing, and it might be all over the place, but it'll sort of come full circle and make a beautiful, complete, whole bunch of goodness towards the end. So first, I'm sharing in honor of sharing myself. So what's being witnessed and what I'm experiencing right now is this huge flood of energy, specifically surrounding sexuality, surrounding the trauma, surrounding all of the dark shadow aspects of our planet Earth that have been suppressed, repressed, and hidden in the shadows. And while we love the light and we love the beauty and we love all this, and me personally, I am ushering in a new way of being, ushering in a new way of living from a space of love, from a space of unity, from a space of collaboration, respect, equanimity, equality, seeing each other as one another, seeing the earth as one another, seeing ourselves as we truly are and who we really are deep down in all of it. And this is a tricky process, and, I commend all beings here right now who are participating in this ushering in of a new way, because really what I'm seeing is there's a new wave of being human that is being, it's being ushered in, it's being cultivated, it's being brought in by individuals who are coming through and speaking their truth, regardless of whether other people agree, regardless of whether it adheres to consensus reality, regardless of whether it's approved, acknowledged, or even received by others. We are really being called to step into what our truth is and to express that from a place of authenticity and to own the voice that we have, to own the power that we have to create. As human beings, our power has been suppressed, and it's still there. It's still just as powerful, but we have been sort of tricked to think that we aren't, to think that there is some other out there that is more powerful than us, that we must follow these rules in order to be safe, in order to be supported, in order to be heard, seen, whatever. And what I'm experiencing that's happening now is that all of those pieces, all of those little worms and dark forces that have been sort of keeping the veil from being clear are being shown. They're making their way out of the earth, and they're being sort of unearthed for everyone to look at. This whole year has been drama, chaos, destruction, pain, loss, all of these things, and have really been an opportunity for us to look at whoa, this is happening. It's happening. We're not making it up. We're not suffering alone. We're all in this together. I didn't create my suffering. It's not in my mind, it's really happening. I really am experiencing pain. I've really experienced heartache. I've really experienced repression, suppression, abuse, all these things. And everyone's like, hey, me too. Me too. So what does that do? Once you realize that everyone has received some form of abuse, suppression, neglect, abandonment, what do you do with that information? What is that? Do we just watch that we're all in this together and suffering and then just sit back and do nothing? No, it's a call to action. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do to end whatever it is that's creating this destruction of the self, of the nature of who we are, this hiding of who we are, this putting the mask over the inner beauty of who we are? Anything that dims the light of our inner beauty is not fostering life, is not fostering harmony, is not fostering unity. And I believe that there is a world in which we can all live in harmony with one another, where we acknowledge that the pain we put out there is what's hurting us. If we hurt another, we hurt ourselves. There is no separation between the pain that we experience and the pain that another experiences. So I'm being called to share about my own personal journey, and I didn't write Me Too. I didn't speak on abuse. I didn't do any of that because I was still not owning that piece of myself. I was afraid to express the depth of my being. I was afraid to express not only my darkness, but also the immense wisdom that I carry. And that's the tricky part. It wasn't just about withholding the darkness. It was also withholding the wisdom that I have to share. And that is not serving anyone. It's not serving anyone for you to pretend that you're not radiant, for you to pretend that you're not this beautiful golden being inside a body. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. And I see that we are coming out of our hiding places. We are being vulnerable. And what's happening is we're seeing we're not alone. We're not alone anymore. We don't have to hide out in the cold and die alone. We have people here who are willing and want to hold us in that because we understand it. We understand the suffering. And there's no loneliness in the suffering anymore. And so although we're suffering and there's this pain and whatever, we're not alone. And so that allows for power. That allows for us to have more power in expressing ourselves. So I'm encouraging everyone to utilize this power that's being cultivated from the support of everyone being able to share about what's really going on, to transform that, to step out of the hiding places, to claim the power that you are, to own it, to be it, to share more. Who cares if it makes people uncomfortable? It makes me uncomfortable sometimes to even share myself, but it's got to be done. It's like to hold back the voice of truth is to suffocate myself, And I'm not interested in doing that. It's kind of a game that I'm not interested in playing anymore. I'm done with that game. That game is dead. It's dying. And I'm ushering in a new way of being. And it's just so powerful what's happening right now. I just can't even express enough the power of all that is coming through. And so what keeps wanting to be shared from me, through me, is my story. My story of trials, my story of going from the depths of hell to where I am now. And I experience hell, but in a different way. I experience hell as part of the whole human experiment, as part of this whole game that we have played in willingly in order to find ourselves again and again and again. Hiding, finding ourselves. Hiding, finding ourselves. The game of hide and seek. When we were children, we played hide and seek. And it was fun. It was fun for us to go play, have someone be the looker, and then other people are going and hiding. And the process of hiding is fun, and the process of being the one to find the people that are hiding is fun. So why did we get stuck in hiding? Let's go find ourselves. Let's go find ourselves and pull ourselves out of the hiding places. And sure, we can hide again, but it's practice. Find yourself. Find another. Reach out and go find another. Help them out of their hiding places. I see hearts and I love hearts. So I have experienced, and it makes me nervous to share because I haven't shared it before in this platform. Facebook, social media, all of this hasn't been my strength. I have been internal with nature, with myself, with my dog, with my friends, and I rarely come on Facebook to tap into the virtual world of sharing. And yet this is seeming to be a really relevant time to come on and share myself with people as a means to show you that it's possible. If another can transform their pain into beauty and empowerment, anyone can. What you see someone else having that you say, oh, I want that, that is you. There's no separation. You are not separate from your goals. It's not like, here I am, here's my goal, and I'm going to constantly move forward towards my goal while my goal moves further from me. That's not reality. You can choose to do that. You can choose to keep yourself away from yourself. But know that whatever it is that you want to be is you. Now, right now. The only thing that's kept you from being that is a construct in the mind. And I don't blame anyone for having this, because I've had it, because it's been passed down through repetition of smallness, through repetition of suppression. It has been passed down that we aren't what we are, that we are something else other than we are. And there is a huge opportunity right now to open up and receive that beauty, to not keep yourself away from yourself, but to take it and pull it into the self. What is it that I want? I want to be a shaman. I want to be a healer. I want to be a light worker. I feel called to help the world. I feel like there's something I have to do. There's a purpose I have to usher. There's this call, this like soul, like there's something I need to do on the planet. And there's a texture that I know and I can taste. And it's like, but I need to take another class. But I need to go to another seminar. But I need to learn about that because I'm not that. So teach me how to be that. Okay, I can teach you, but all I'm going to do is show you that you are that. Hold space for you to take that and bring it back to yourself versus keeping it outside of yourself. Somewhere in the future, somewhere in this distant land, I will be this thing. No, you are that thing. Own it. Speak about it. If it scares the living shit out of you to speak about it, good, do it even more. It scares the living shit out of me to speak about things too. But that's the cutting edge. That's the razor's edge. If there's a cliff, jump off the fucking cliff. Because you want to know what? We're here to catch you. We're here speaking up for you. We are advocates for this shift. And there are people out there who are supporting this 100%. And if you don't know them, reach out to me. I will connect you with them. I will connect you with someone that can support you in this vision, someone that's doing this vision, someone that can sort of usher that in for you as well by being an example that, hey, this exists. It is you. We are here. I am here. And I am you. Bam. I'm looking to see if there's any comments because, oh, Casey, you're amazing. I don't remember where we met, but we've met and you're fucking amazing. Okay. So something that I'd like to share is I'm a shaman. Great. Amazing. How did I get here? Through lifetimes of dedication. I don't have to have a certain skin color, a certain background, a certain qualification to be able to say that that is what I am. I don't have to go to school for 4 years to tell you that I'm a writer. I don't have to go to school for 4 years to tell you that I am gifted. I don't have to have anyone else give me a certification to say what I am because that's what I am. And so where is all this coming from? This is coming from the past. So I was having a thought today about racism and how I'm seeing all these people like white people can't be shamans. Why are there young people being shamans? Who are these people to say that they are this and say that they are that? Okay, I thought racism ended like a long time ago. You know, before it was like Black people can't do this and can't do that because their skin color says that they are unqualified. Well, we know that's not true anymore. We know that we are all equally qualified human beings. So here's just another manifestation of separation being brought into the present because people still think it. It doesn't exist. It is not real. It is not true. And yet it exists because we still think it exists. No shame. The mind is a tricky memory bank. It records memories for good reason. It's a beautifully functioning and delightfully magnificent manifestation of spirit. But it's our responsibility when we see suffering and we feel pain in ourselves to be curious whether that's true or not. You're insecure? Is it really true that you're fat, ugly, and unqualified? Is that really what's true? If there's a piece of you that believes that you are greater than you are, then follow that. Go with that. Whatever empowers you, go with it. Whatever disempowers you, question it. Maybe just even like a little bit, like question that. Because that's not true humility. That's not true authenticity. True authenticity is, I am this, that, and the other, because it is empowering. And now we're not talking about some superiority thing that makes you better than the other. It's like, I am this. This is what I am, and I feel good about it. It makes me feel empowered. It shows me a way to access my voice, to claim who I am, to create harmonious relationships, community, love, sensations of harmony. For me, when I think about insecurity, when I think about fear, and when I'm in these like trips or whatever, that sends me down like this spiral into the depths of hell. Luckily, I've had a lot of practice on like spiraling back up out of the depths of hell. And I've had a lot of practice on spiraling through hell in order to get out the other end, which is the same thing. It's like up, down, same thing. Like go in it, come out it, go up it and out it. But the thing is a lot of people get stuck in the downward spiral and they don't know how to access the pathway out. You know, like to be like pooped out into heaven. I don't know why I use that analogy, but that was sort of ridiculous and amazing at the same time. Pooped out into heaven. Because my perspective of like up and down is sort of a circle. You know, you can twist the circle however, and one can be up, one can be down, but it's the same thing because it's a circle. It's not like a linear path. I have no idea who's watching right now, but like, I love you because this is intense. Whatever this is that we're talking about right now is intense. So, yeah, super intense. And I guess the reason why I was being called to share my story is to really show that I came from hell. I didn't come here with no problems and no baggage and nothing and then became this beautiful, empowered light being. I was always the light being, but it was masked by layers and layers and layers of collective programming. You know, I had to like dig my way out like a little gopher, like going in the tunnel and like popping out in the sunshine. And I would come out in the sunshine sometimes and I'd be like, oh my God, it burns. It's so beautiful. It burns. Like I'm going to come back in the ground because it's more comfortable here. And it's like surrounding me and like I'm familiar with this, but like what's the sunshine business? Like I don't know how to be a radiant sunshine business. I'm gonna like come back in the hole. And so I did that dance a lot in my earlier years. I came from a family who, you know, experienced addiction and abuse, and I always felt alone. I felt so alone. I felt like my house was a prison. And to be honest, it was. Like, I wasn't free to be myself. I was being like the puppet of my parents. Like, we're going to create this daughter that we want, this perfect little puppeteered play toy daughter, and we're going to make her what we want her to be because this is our dream. Well, I think they forgot that like I'm a sovereign being and like my soul has its own destiny. But that, you know, that'll happen later. So I'm sort of in this process of being masked, being hidden, being told that who I am isn't what I really am, that this is who I am. Be a lawyer, be something that makes you a lot of money. Cause that's who you are. You're going to be someone who makes a lot of money because you're smart. Use that beautiful mind to be successful. You want to know what success is? It's, cookie cutter, having a house, having a good job, having a car, and doing that for your whole entire life. To be honest, that sounds fucking boring to me. I was like, I want to be an artist, I want to sing and dance, and I want to splatter paint all over the walls of this place. But that doesn't make me money. So apparently it's wrong. Apparently that inherent like urge to be a rebel, to be this beautiful creation of splatter paint all over the earth was wrong. It wasn't good. It was bad. It was like, you're punished. You're in trouble. You're grounded. You're not good enough. I hate you. I was told by my parents that they hated me. I hate you. I wish you were never born. Oh, cool. Great. That did some amazing things to my psyche. I was fucking depressed. I felt like shit. I wanted to kill myself like every day. Every day I wanted to kill myself. And I actually had to fight not killing myself. But what was making me fight not killing myself was this fire to live. This passion to live that was deep within my soul. Like, you can't leave the planet yet. Don't fucking leave the planet yet. And it killed me not to kill myself, like, to be 100% honest. And I experienced rape that one of my best friends corralled me into. My best female friends corralled me into that. And I said yes to being in that experience. Now, at the time, I didn't understand. And so when I say I said yes to being in that experience, I mean there's a deep level of if I hadn't gone through what I went through, I wouldn't have a way to show another how to get out of it. If I had come and just been supported to be myself from the get-go, how was I going to assist others in getting out of hell? I had to go into it. I had to dive to the depths of hell. And it was like I'm in it right now, and it's just like rage. Fierce. The power behind it. Like, I'm experiencing right now, like, all this anger and this drive and this frustration, this anger towards this world, this anger towards that's how I ended up. Why the fuck me? Why did this happen? That is power. It is not something to run away from. It is not something to push down and play nice. We're not trying to play nice here. Yes, we are trying to be compassionate, loving, and kind towards one another, but we are not trying to deny the fact that we feel upset about the way we've been treated. If we didn't feel upset about it, there would be no power to change it. And this instinct in me to say that this is not right, this is not the way, is what is helping create a new way. Sure, that was the way. That was the way for our generations and generations of suppression and abuse and rape and all of that. All of that has happened. And if there wasn't anger, then why would we usher in a new way if we weren't upset about the old way? I'm sorry, but the old way is dead. I'm not participating in it anymore. I'm not participating in that. I'm not going to give life to that. I'm going to usher in what it is that I want to create on the planet. And what that's looked like has been me going to the depths of the pain that I have suffered. I've been addicted to drugs. Yeah, it happened. I wanted to kill myself. I hated everyone. I thought that everyone was talking about me. There was a point in my life where I couldn't go into a public situation without crying, because if I saw someone else talking, I thought they were talking about me and they were talking badly about me. I couldn't be in public without crying. This is real. I couldn't be in public without crying when I saw other people talking, because I thought they were talking badly about me, because that's what happened to me. My parents always were talking badly about me behind my back, punishing me for being myself. I was afraid to be myself. I was scared. I was alone. I couldn't be. Everyone else was an enemy because no one liked me, and I didn't like myself, because why would I like myself if no one else likes me? So I'm going to try and be someone that I'm not so that you'll like me. Maybe then I'll get love. Maybe then I'll have friends if I become what you want me to be. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry, but fuck that shit. Not sorry. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm done with that. That's literally what's happening right now. Fuck that shit. I'm a stand for all of us to own our greatness. All of us. Every single one of us. That's a lot. That's a lot of us's. I know, I'm not sorry. I said sorry, but it was a total accident. See, that's the habit. That's the habit of being abused, and verbally abused is this like habitual thing to apologize for speaking. So, at least I catch myself nowadays. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What is happening? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Oh yeah, this is great. This is amazing. I'm goddess laughter. This is great. I can't even handle it. I don't want to handle it. Why would I want to handle it? Why would I want to like restrain the joy of like bubbling up? I snort too. Oh, what is even that phrase? I can't even handle it. Of course I can't handle it. I can't handle this wild free spirit like bubbling up from inside like a fucking rainbow, like a little bubble, like bubbling up from the depths of me. Like I can't handle that. I don't want to put a handle on it. Let me fit you into this really comfortable box so that we can contain all of that energy. Can you just like contain yourself for a moment? Like, can you just like be a little more grounded? Oh, this is getting juicy, the spiritual community. Let's just be grounded and very centered and aligned. Like our chakras, they need to be balanced and harmonious. You want to know what? My expression with balanced chakras and all, because my chakras are fucking balanced, sometimes looks like a goddamn tornado. That's what balanced chakras looks like. You want to know what? The earth is amazing and she blows houses down. Reality check, people. Reality check. If you're uncomfortable with chaos, start looking for the chaos within. Start looking for the places where you're hiding from yourself, but you are also powerful and can be a little chaotic. Reality check. Spirituality does not look like rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. You know what? It looks like shit on the windshield. It looks like the bird just pooped on my windshield and now I can't see straight. That's the goddess. That is spirit. That is divine. Poop on my windshield. And sometimes I'm the poop. Whoops. And most of the time I'm the one cleaning the poop. I'm the one pooping on myself and cleaning it up. Pooping on myself and cleaning it up. It's the process. Why would someone have to vacuum their house if there wasn't mess in the first place? Do we think spirituality is just making the vacuum an obsolete thing? I mean, that'd be kind of cool where like no dirt and dust ever fall onto the ground. It's just like the air is constantly recycled and our buttholes are constantly clean. Sorry, not sorry. That's not reality. That's not reality. At least in this body. Death is a thing. Death happens. I'm laughing at myself that I had this vision of like everything being pristine, like the Mr. Clean man. Like that's life. Like that's what spirituality is like constant Mr. Clean. Ding! That's wonky. That's a little bit wonky. I mean, he's got a great smile and all, but come on, people. I want it messy. Yummy. I want you to sweat and drip your tears all over me and I'll lick them up. That sounds good to me. I want your snot dripping out your nose because you know what? It looks just as good as when you're not crying. You're just as beautiful to me when you have tears and snot running down your nose as you do when you have no tears and perfect makeup and hair. In fact, I want to see the tears running down the face with like the black mascara. Like that is gorgeous. Can I get some photo shoots with that from my goddess sisters? We cry, we laugh, we sing, we grieve, we snort. We snort. Snorting's a thing. Laugh until we cry. Cry until we laugh. I do that. I do both. It's the same thing. Joy, happiness, same thing. Sadness, grief, same fucking thing. Spirit is not more in one thing than the other. Like, let's really absorb that for a second. Spirit is not more in one thing than the other. This I am here being light. But there's never a shadow. The sun never goes down where I live. I'm sorry, but the moon comes out, the sun goes down. It's a cycle. They both happen. Let's get back into a whole completeness with ourselves, people. Complete wholeness. You've got pain, if you've got suffering, if you've got trauma, own it. Seek out the people that can support you in that can hold you in that can contain that with you, that can let you express it. Reach out to those people. If you don't know who they are, reach out to me. I am one of them, first of all, and I have a million other references of people who will hold you and let you express the snotty, gross, traumatic part of yourself. Okay? That's available. All right? I am here. Oh man, so much passion and so much love and so much grief and sorrow within this body, within this self, within this me that I experience is all of it, and is the compassion for all of it, is the whole thing, the whole fucking thing. When I see another that is upset, it is not something that I don't experience. It is not something outside of myself. I cannot be 100% blissful, happy, and content in every moment if others still suffer. Yes, now I know how to move that through my body and be my own sovereign self within that, but I suffer because we suffer. I understand. This talk has been intense. Who the heck knew that this is what I was going to say? I mean, I knew, but my mind wanted me not to share it. And I encourage you to find the support that helps you be more of yourself, that helps you to foster a love for all of yourself, to welcome all of the self back, take it back. It's fragmented. It's been scattered in a million places, and we have the power to bring ourselves back home. To bring ourselves home. Lifetimes of memory forgotten. Lifetimes of experience forgotten. But we remember. There is a place where we all remember. And it is in that place that we connect with our deepest truth. I've been in the most intense shamanic awakening the past 6 years or something like that. Continually, again and again and again, going through trials, abuse, more shitty relationships, being broke, being homeless, all the things, being abandoned again and again and again and again and again, over and fucking over again. But it was an invitation for me to remember where that came from. Where did that come from? Where did I bring all that from? It wasn't in some distant land. It was in myself all along. The memories of the lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of pain and suffering. Oh my fucking God. The sounds that have come out of my mouth through remembering this pain have been the voices of a million women who have lost, been raped, pillaged, suffered, suppression, all of that. And that is what I am. So you want to say that someone's not qualified to be a shaman because they're a 25-year-old white woman. Check it. It doesn't mean that. That's not what it means. There's no qualification that can deem someone who they are. And I don't need to tell you that I have this qualification in order to be that. And so if there's something you feel called to do in this world, if there's something that's inside you and you know that that is what you want, I encourage you to own it and to seek out the people who will support you in that, who will continue to nurture and feed that fire within you. We have enough room for all of us to shine. Okay? There's enough room for everyone to shine. So including the people who feel comparison or who feel threatened by some other sister of yours, if you feel like inferior because a sister of yours is being successful in life, take a look at that. I have done it. I have felt insecure because others were successful. There is enough room. There doesn't need to be competition. That's delete. I can be powerful and so can you at the same time. What an epiphany. Oh my goodness. This is such a beautiful thing because with all this Me Too stuff happening, like, it's really apparent now how much of us have been hurt. And it's really apparent now how many men actually didn't even know that this was happening. Like, oh, I'm oblivious to the fact that women every day when they go outside of their house are preparing themselves for the potentiality of being raped or assaulted. The percentage of women that actually fear every moment on a daily basis about the potentiality of that happening is astonishing. It is a huge number. Huge number. And so I encourage all women to own the healing of that, to own that there is support and to seek that support out now, not tomorrow, now. It is possible to heal. It is possible to heal. I experience joy on a daily basis, authentic, bubbling over the tops of me joy on a daily basis. That is not what I experienced in the past. That is not what I grew up with. I didn't grow up with people embracing themselves and feeling joy. I grew up with people that hated themselves. And so just know that if someone else can do it, you can too. There is no separation. I love you. I cry. I weep. I laugh. And it's all amazingly, and the word beautiful is like the tip of the iceberg for the description of what it feels like to own oneself fully, to own all the pain, just as equally as the bliss and the light and the love. Enlightenment is not without suffering. Enlightenment does not mean we sit on a throne of our own, Mr. Clean. That is not enlightenment. Enlightenment looks like you being who you are. All of it. The sticky, the messy, the ugly, the beautiful, the tainted, the defiled, the icky, bleeding, pussing self, as well as the beautifully sparkly rainbow-like essence. And I'm looking at a tree right now outside the window, and the trees, I can be the trees and I can be the dirt. I am the flower and I am the poop that fertilized the flower. The lotus does not grow if it is not rooted in the muddiest of the muddiness. Muddy, dirty, poopy, shitty disgustingness births the beautiful lotus. Bam, drop the mic. So, I'm feeling kind of like a winding down now, and I did say a lot, and I'm going to continue to share myself and to share, information with everyone as a means to hopefully foster in the truth and usher in the truth of who we are, because I want that. I am that. I am truth. I am truth. Let me see. So I think that's it for now. And I love you. Fucking honor you. If you're watching this video, go you. Go you. Go you. Go you. Go you. Go you. Woo, 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 woo. This is woo, woo. It's a celebration over here right now. Woo, woo. Okay. So I'm celebrating you. I'm celebrating your victorious, amazing, beautiful self. Keep doing it. Keep reaching out. And hold hands with those that can support you in recovering who you are, in remembering who you are. I have a way of remembering myself, and part of that looks like my gifts as a shaman, my gifts to access all of myself, not just in this body, but the self that exists in the past, the present, and the future. It's not something that we have to go to some distant land to experience. We can experience it here, because we are all of that right now. I love you and I honor you. And if you feel called to reach out, then fucking do it. If it scares you to reach out to me, if you don't even know why you want to reach out to me, but you want to reach out to me, just do it. We can have a conversation. I was going to say I'm not scary, but maybe I am scary. So if I'm scary, maybe move towards that in light of what I've been saying here today. So thank you all. I love you. And I love you, Haley. You're such an amazing, beautiful being. And the support that you've brought to this conversation is unprecedented. I can't express enough how the presence of you being here is also what brought forth the power of this, because you are that too. So I love you. Thank you. And yeah, you're amazing, Haley. Like, that's you too. Okay. So I'm here to support you as well. And Michael, I love you. Go back and watch the video because I'm done here today. So why am I not getting off? Do I have more to say? I could talk for hours and hours and hours, probably. That's why I have to talk to myself most of the time and just keep myself company. I honor you too. Thank you. Okay. If there is, yeah, that's about it. I feel complete, and until next time, I will say hi to Starlight. Starlight is my dog. She is up here in the right-hand corner where my finger is, in the back there, being like a sweet little angel pie. Her name is Starlight. I know I don't want to get off either. Haley, is there something you want to talk about? Do you have anything you want to say? Can I get you like on here? Is that possible? I can add you if you want to. You can either say something in the comments, or I can get you on and you can be in the video with me. That's fun. We can do that too. That's an experiment. I haven't done that before. But I'm inviting it if that's what you want. I think so. Well, I'm not sure how to. Don't ask me. Not now. Okay. I love you. Let's talk later. If you feel called to reach out to me, please do. You're amazing. Keep going. Don't let yourself forget who you are, and seek out support of those who can support that transformation. I got you. Bam. Love you all. Starlight says bye too.